Hello and welcome to today's video. Today we will be going over 9ths, 10ths, 11ths and 12ths with regards to fractions. We'll be starting with 9ths. When we divide anything into 9 equal parts, we call each part 1/9. So in this example, we have two different pictures. One where we have a rectangle and we've got a kite-like shape separated into 9 parts. So the question asks which shape is divided into 9ths. So if we go by the definition of what a 9th is, this means that the shape needs to have 9 equal parts. This means that the shape on the side of the screen has been divided into 9ths because it has been divided into 9 equal parts. However, the shape on this side is not been divided into 9ths because it's not been divided into 9 equal parts. So in our example, 9 friends decided to share 2 slabs of chocolates, each with 36 blocks between them equally. A asks us what fraction does each person get. B asks us how many blocks does each person get. We need to copy and complete the following sentence. 1/9 of 36 blocks of chocolates is equal to blank blocks of chocolates. So there are 2 methods in which we can do this. The first method that we can use is to draw a picture. So as drawn above, I've drawn 2 slabs of chocolates, each with 2 rows in them and sectioned into 9 columns. So here we can see that there are 18 blocks of chocolate on the one side and 18 blocks on the other side, which gives us a total of 36. Because we are going to be separating it between 9 people, I've dedicated each column to persons from number 1 to number 9. So because of this, I can see that each learner will get 1/9 because the blocks look exactly the same and each person will be getting the exact same amount. Then B asked us how many blocks will each person get. Each person will be getting 4 blocks of chocolate. If I look at number 1, they get 1 column which consists of 2 blocks of chocolate in the one chocolate. And in the other chocolate, they will also get 2 blocks. And this added together will give us an answer of 4. Next, we need to complete the sentence. So 1/9 of 36 blocks of chocolate is equal to 4 blocks of chocolate. The other method that we can use is to divide. So I can go to 36 divided by 9, which is going to give me an answer of 4. This means that 1/9 of the 36 is going to give me 4 blocks of chocolate as previously discussed. Next, we're going to go through 10ths. So when an item or group of something is divided into 10 equal parts, we call each part 1/10. So we write this as 1/10, meaning that there is 1 out of the 10 equal parts. So we have the following example to go through with regards to 10ths. Mrs. Samuel baked a chocolate cake for a party she was hosting. She invited 10 people to the party and divided the cake equally for her guests. At the party, only 7 people had of the cake. Number 1 asks us how many equal parts was the cake separated into. So if she's dedicated the cake only to her guests, this means that the cake will be separated into 10 equal parts. Number 2 asks us what is the fraction of the cake eaten. If only 7 people out of the 10 people ate the cake, that means that 7/10 of the cake was eaten. The last question asks us to name the fraction, or what is the fraction of the cake that is left. So if 7/10 have been eaten and there are 10 equal parts, 7 or 10 minus 7 is going to give me an answer of 3, which means my fraction will be 3/10 of the cake is left. The next part that we're going to be looking at is 11ths. So when a group of items or an item is divided into 11 equal parts, we call this an 11th, as you can see in the shape on the side. We write this as 1/11, meaning that 1 out of the 11 equal parts. In our example, we have to share 18 oranges between 11 netball players. The question asks us how many will each player get if when shared equally. So because there's 18, at least we know that everybody's going to get 1. So 18 minus 11 is going to leave me with 7. So I have 7 oranges left. And if I divide each of the oranges into 11ths, this means that each person will get 1 and 7/11ths of an orange. The last group of fractions that we'll be looking at is the 12ths. When we divide an item or a group of things into 12 equal parts, we call each group a 12th. So we write this as 1/12, which means there is 1 part out of 12. So in our example that we have here, we have Mr. Hendricks that buys 12 eggs. He uses 4 of them to make brownies and he uses 3 of them to make scones. The first question asks us what fraction of the 12 eggs does Mr. Henry use for all of his baking. So if we add what he used to make the brownies and what he used to make the scones, 7/12 of his eggs were used. The last question asks us what fraction of the eggs are left. If we know that there were 12 eggs and I've used 7, this means that I have 5 eggs left, meaning that my fraction over here is 5/12 are left. Thank you for joining our class today. We hope that you enjoyed it.